Cafeteria. It is lunch, and I am hungry. I enter the cafeteria and immediately am hit with an overwhelming wave of sound. With a small group of friends, maybe 5, I sit and eat, hiding from the masses. Before beginning my meal, I must remove the temporary hearing amplification devices worn in and behind my ears, devices that will now accompany me wherever I may go, devices that not only amplify the sounds around me, but also the sounds of the food that is being chewed within my mouth, sounds for which I cannot stand. Like a bad phone connection, or a staticky TV, not overpowering, but just enough to lose focus. I begin to eat, and a conversation begins among the group, a conversation in which I was unaware of the start. I sit there, eating, seeing half-full mouths form words, but hear none. I hear muffled chatter around me and sporadically catch a word or two, but never are those words useful, important, or even part of the conversation I am so desperately trying to belong to. I attempt to read my friends' lips, but am only able to catch whatever their choice meal of the afternoon is. I give up. I sit in a muffled silence, head bowed, while shoveling food into my mouth, desperate to return the sound to the world around me. I finish and return my hearing aids to my ears. The sound returns, but not the sounds that I want, nor the sounds I need to hear. Actually, all except for the sounds that I need. A new conversation begins. I know when this one starts, but cannot make out what was said. Everyone laughs. I hear this and see this, but not know why it has occurred. Silence, like a calm before the storm. Everyone laughs again. I turn to the person to my left and ask, "What's so funny?" They wave a hand, dismissing my question, blatantly clear that they are uninterested in cluing me in. I ask the person to my right. They say, "It doesn't matter." But it does matter. I look to the person across from me, desperate for help. They have watched me ask the people to my left and right the same question, so before I even get the words out, with a pitiful look, they say, "I'll tell you later." But never does later come. The first 1,000 times this happens, I think, the next time will be different. The next person will be different. Now, 10 years later, I still have not been told what was funny the first time this occurred. Now, after 10 years, I know better. I know better than to believe someone when they tell me they will fill me in later. I know better than to rely on someone else for any information, social, academic, or otherwise. I know better than to ask for help, because no one understands how vital their help would be. No one understands that without it, I become isolated from the group. No one understands what it is like to not hear someone. People say they do. They try to sympathize, but at the end of the day, they can hear, and I cannot. So, as this second conversation comes to an end, I pay extra close attention to anyone and everyone, anyone who may start off the next conversation. But that is impossible. I don't have 80 pairs of eyes to see every mouth moving. I don't have 80 pairs of working ears to hear everyone at once. I have 2 eyes, and 2 defective ears. I miss the start of the next conversation, and don't even try to find out what happened. For what happens in the cafeteria will forever be out of my reach.